The BrahMos is a medium-range ramjet supersonic cruise missile that can be launched from submarine, ships, aircraft or land. It is a joint venture between Russian Federation's NPO Machino-Stroyenia and India's Defense Research and Development Organization, who together have formed the BrahMos Aerospace. The Philippines Defense Authorities have approached the Indian Defense Authorities to acquire this particular missile. To go in detail about this particular news and many other news, let us begin with today's defense updates of 19th of May 2020. Before beginning, I would like to tell you that SSB Crack Exams is India's largest, most preferred online defense exams preparation portal. It is one-stop solution for you if you are preparing for NDA, CDS, AFCAT, INET, Territorial Army and Indian Air Force MN Group X and Group Y. You can follow us on YouTube, Instagram, Twitter and Telegram and directly visit us through our website learn.ssbcrackexams.com, and you can even directly download our app from Google Play Store, where you can have each and every defense exams related study material and all sorts of latest defense updates and information in your hand. Beginning with the question of the day that I posted on 18th of May 2020, that is yesterday, and the question was, what is the first stealth warship built by India? The answer for this is INS Shivalik. INS Shivalik or F-47 is the lead ship of her class, that means of the Shivalik class. Of all the Shivalik class warship frigates, INS Shivalik is the leader, and it is her class of stealth multi-role frigates built for the Indian Navy. She is the first stealth warship built by India. She was built at the Mazagon Dock Limited, located in Mumbai, and the construction of the vessel began in 2001 and was completed by 2009. So it took approximately 8 years to build this particular important frigate. She underwent sea trials from there on before being commissioned on 29th of April 2010. And the Shivalik features improved stealth and land attacking features over the preceding Talwar class frigates. She is also the first Indian Navy ship to use the CODOG propulsion system. What is CODOG? It means combined diesel or gas propulsion system. That is what. To get more in detail about what is this particular frigate, it is built by the Directorate of Naval Design specifications for the Shivalik class, called for the 5,000 ton stealth frigates, which is absolutely known as the Project 17, which is a very strategic project incorporating the advanced signature suppression and signature management features. INS Shivalik is equipped with a mix of Russian, Indian and Western weapon systems, which include 76 mm Otobrida naval gun, Club and BrahMos supersonic anti-ship missiles, the Shithil-1 anti-aircraft missile, the RBU 6000 anti-submarine rocket launchers, and even the DTA 53-956 torpedo launchers. A 32-cell VLS launched Barak-SAM and AK-630 as close-in weapon systems. CIWS as a ship also carries 2 HAL Dhruv or Sea King Mark 42B helicopters also. Going on, for the first and foremost important defense update is from the Philippines, that it explores options to buy BrahMos missiles from India. India's ambassador to Philippines, Jaideep Majumdar, he is on talks with the government regarding this, and Philippines is one among those several countries in Southeast Asia, including Thailand, Indonesia, Vietnam, and that have been shown an interest in purchasing this particular land and sea-based versions of the supersonic cruise missile. Going on, for the next important update is about the 47,000 crore low combat aircraft fighter aircraft projects to be finalized in the next few months. This is being done by the Indian Air Force Chief, said by him. The Air Chief Marshal Rakesh Kumar Singh Bhadauria. The first squadron of these aircrafts has already been operationalized, and the second squadron will always be coming under by the end of May, and this is being done by the cost of over 8,000 crore rupees. And a contract of worth around 39,000 crore for 83 LCA Mark 1A aircraft will be finalized in the next quarter. Next important update is about the US government in a hurry to get new anti-submarine helicopters into the hands of Indian Navy. This we have discussed yesterday, but why is it very important for us to discuss today? Because it is because that Indian Navy is benefiting from the Pentagon's paranoia over China. So to go over all of these issues, the US is spending a lot. It is giving more number of deals to India to procure and acquire more stronger than the Chinese forces. So it is indirectly benefiting us, and the urgency stems from the decade-long process India has undergone to replace its aging fleet of British-made naval helicopters. The US Navy allowed Sikorsky to take 3 of its brand new MH-60R Seahawks and begin modifying them to Indian standards to deliver in the next spring sessions. So once we acquire this MH-60R Seahawk helicopters from the Boeing company of the US government, we will make it operational as per our own Indian standards. Next important update is that the Indian Army considers 3-year internships for young people to reduce costs. So instead of making it as a tour of duty, Indian Army is considering this to be an internship. This is a very advantageous and it is a very smart move by the Indian Army. And Indian internal note spells out the proposal that suggesting a voluntary, not compulsory tour of duty, which means a spokesperson of the army has said, however, that the requirements for the recruitment will not be relaxed. Such a move would save a lot of money. To get more in detail of this particular news, you can even follow us through our blog, which is there on the website ssbcrackexams.com, where in the blog we provide in detail information about each and every particular defense updates and news. So follow there so that you can have a complete glance about what is happening here. Next important update is about the government accepts the Shekatkar panel recommendations on the border infrastructure. This has been done. It has proposed around 99 recommendations, and some of those include that outsourcing road construction work beyond optimal capacity of border roads organization. That means if there is any work, any construction work that is beyond the operational capacity of BRO, then that might be taken up by the private enterprises. The BRO's enhanced procurement powers for domestic and foreign procurements have been increased from 7.5 crore to 100 crore. This is a very advantageous input for us to consider. The recommendations accepted were aimed at speeding up road construction in remote areas, providing easier access to the military and leading to socio-economic development in the border areas. Next important update is about the Jammu and Kashmir issue. We have posted in the Twitter, we have tweeted it that just in around 3 to 4 hours before Jammu and Kashmir, an encounter has been broken out between the terrorists and the security forces in the Navakadal area of Srinagar on the intervening night of the 18th and 19th of May. That means yesterday and day before yesterday, and mobile internet services have been snapped in Srinagar. More details have been awaited and the operation is still in progress. Next important update is that the Border Roads Organization has opened the Manali-Leh Access Road, which is a very strategic road for all of the Indian Defence Armed Forces personnel and even for the supply and the taking over of the essential commodities of the people living in those areas. And this work has been done. The 475 kilometer Manali-Leh access connected on the 19th of February 2020 with an aim to simultaneously commence snow clearance on important passes. BRO teams up from Project Himang, which is of Ladakh, and the Project Deepak, which is from Himachal Pradesh, and they have successfully completed their task. The Manali and Leh access was open to traffic 3 weeks ahead of the schedule. Next important update is about today. We are remembering the Operation Smiling Buddha, which was considered the first important nuclear test conducted by India, which is done 18th of May in 1974. Yesterday is the anniversary. The bomb was detonated on the army base Pokhran test range in Rajasthan by the Indian Army under the supervision of several key Indian generals, wherein which we can even find Indira Gandhi and many other prominent scientists which are under this particular operation. Pokhran 1 was also the first confirmed nuclear weapons test by a nation outside the 5 permanent members of the United Nations Security Council at that point of time. So officially, the Indian Ministry of External Affairs MEA had characterized this test as a peaceful nuclear explosion. Later in 1971, we even conducted a second operation of this particular nuclear test, and that is known as Operation Shakti. A special video on Operation Shakti has already been done and has been kept in the YouTube by the SSB Crack Exams. I urge you to see that particular video also to have a very detailed analysis of both the particular operations. We are also remembering Captain Dilip Donde's adventure of today. And who is he? He is the first Indian to complete a solo unassisted circumnavigation of the globe under sail. He just sailed in a normal sailboat all over the globe. So the voyage was the first Indian Navy's Project Sagar Parikrama, and Captain Donde started this circumnavigation from Mumbai on 19th of August 2009 and he finished it on 19th of May 2010, around 10 years before. So we are celebrating his 10th anniversary of the success of this particular project, and during the 9-month-long circumnavigation, he stopped at only 4 ports and was at sea for 157 days. INSV Madhei was a custom built by the Indian Navy. The main things regarding the requirements to qualify for solo circumnavigation include that you have to start and finish at the same port. You should not pass through any canals or straits that would necessitate outside assistance or motoring. You should cross all meridians at least once. You should cross the equator at least twice. You should have a traverse at least 21,600 nautical miles, and you have to round at least 3 great capes, which include like Cape Leuven, Cape Horn, Cape of Good Hope, like that. So because of this particular great adventure he has done, he has even been awarded the Shaurya Chakra, the Tenzing Norgay National Adventure Award, the McGregor Medal Maritime Achievement Award, and many more. So that is it for today's important defense updates, guys. So we'll have a very quick review of the topics we have discussed. So the first and foremost important question is the BRO's enhanced procurement powers for the domestic and foreign procurements have been increased from 7.5 crore rupee to how many rupees? It has increased to around 100 crore rupees. Next is about recently which country is exploring options to buy BrahMos missile from India? It is Philippines. And the Leh-Manali highway connects the Manali Valley to which valley is in Himachal Pradesh? So it connects the Lahaul and Spiti valleys of the Himachal Pradesh. Now we have the question of the day, and the question of the day for today is the BrahMos, the world's fastest anti-ship cruise missile, has its engine developed by which organization? The BrahMos, world's fastest anti-ship cruise missile, has its engine developed by which organization? The answer for this I will be discussing with you in the next session. Until then, stay tuned to SSB Crack Exams. Subscribe to SSB Crack Exams channel in YouTube. You can follow us on YouTube, Instagram, Twitter and Telegram. Download our app from Google Play Store and have each and every important defense related information in your hands. And most importantly and finally, stay home, stay safe, and Jai Hind.